How's it going, Talk Forest TV? My name is Jack and welcome to my preview for Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea taking place at the City Ground. Big game this one, really big game this one. Obviously Chelsea have had an up and down season, to be honest with you. For the most part it's been a poor season with a lot of on and off the field problems, I guess you could say. Spent a lot of money on a lot of players and they haven't really worked. They've come together a little bit towards the end of the season. Pochettino's got them working together a little bit. I'm sorry about my absolute state of a haircut there. But he's got them working towards the end of the season a little bit better with some big wins of late, but then also some big losses recently as well. You know, they beat West Ham 5-0, beat Everton 6-0, but then they lost 5-0 against Arsenal, which for a club like Chelsea, it's absolutely unacceptable to be losing by 5 against a team as big a rival to them as Arsenal. But you know, it's been kind of like a up and down season. So it'll be interesting to see which Chelsea side do decide to turn up. Whether it'll be one where they seem to work together well, or one where they don't. You know, Cole Palmer throughout that though has been excellent. So he's going to have to be someone that we keep an eye on and someone that we really make sure we lock down as much as we can. But yeah, like I say, Chelsea are a bit like up and down. So we're hoping the Chelsea that don't really work well together and the team that are a little bit disconnected turn up to City Ground so that we can get something from it. I am feeling confident though. I don't know exactly why. I can't put my finger on exactly what it is that's caused me to feel confident. I know obviously that last game against Sheffield United was a really big one. I think that that's a massive confidence boost for a lot of players. Hudson-Odoi bagging a brace. I'm sure he would love to score against Chelsea. His former side would be mean a lot to him. I'm sure it really will. But yeah, I think the fact that we won that game and the fact that we know that if results go in our favour, we could actually be up before that game, or the fact that that game could clinch it is massive. I know the City Ground will be absolutely bouncing. I've got sort of feeling that it might be similar to Arsenal at home towards the end of last season around this same weekend, I believe. So yeah, look, I think it's a massive game and a real great opportunity to get something against the Chelsea side. Like I say, who have been up and down, been inconsistent, and despite the fact they've had a poor season, they've still got an opportunity of finishing in the European qualification spots. And I wish Forest were in a place where we could have one of our worst seasons in the last 20 years and finish in the European place. That would be brilliant. But yeah, how the other half live, hey. In terms of this one then for Forest, I really am liking the 5 at the back. We switched to it in the second half against Sheffield United. Played it against Man City. I was about to say Man United because of Sheffield. No, Man City, and it looks good. It offers us an option to get them wing backs high and get them wing backs forward, but not be exposed too much at the back. Given the fact we have 3 centre halves. Yeah, I don't know, I just really like it. It seems to offer us a bit more and gives us more chance to get players forward and causing problems. You know, that 5-2-3, it works well. It really works well and I like it. It's what Nuno used at his time at Wolves, and you saw that was a very successful spell for the most part there. So look, I think for me, we go with the 5 at the back. It's shown in the last 2 games to work well, and Chelsea are a side who have a lot of attacking talent. Maybe they don't all quite work in tandem yet, but they have attacking talent. Sterling, Mudryk, Madueke, Jackson, Palmer. You know, they've got some players there who can cause them problems. So look, yeah, I think we've got to be careful in that respect. But for me, yeah, 5 at the back, I think works well, and I'll be happy to see the 5 at the back deployed in this one. If I did that 5 at the back, then obviously Sells in behind the back 5. I'd probably I hope Neko's okay. I know he got substituted off against Sheffield United. Some people saying his season's over now, and that I'm not sure. But I'd probably put Ola Aina over at right back. I saw someone put that in their predicted 11 on Twitter, and I was like, you know what, actually, it's a really good idea. He can play both sides quite comfortably, starting most of his time early on at Forest in that right back berth. So yeah, I'd have him at right back for me. Probably Toff at left back or left wing back. Yeah, I think he's been solid. He won an award in the week. I think it was like the FA's People's Champion or something along them lines, Community Champion, for the work he's done for the mental health and the work he's done against gambling in football and stuff. So yeah, congratulations to him, and I'd have him at left wing back. 3 centre halves for me. I think you go Bolly, who looked brilliant against Sheffield United, Murillo, who looked fantastic against Sheffield United, and Moussa Diakate is a natural fit at the left. So I've had to move position slightly because my phone that I'm recording this on was on 2% battery, and it stopped recording, which was quite annoying because I was in a good bit of a flow there. But I was talking about Moussa Diakate and how he's a good fit for the left hand side of a back three. You know, he can play there quite well, left-footed player, and yeah, for me, I'd probably go with him. I know you've got Omar Amadelli who's in with a shout, but I think for me, you go with those three. I think they're more of a solid option, and if anything happens, then you know, obviously Andrew's a player that we can bring on. But for me, I'd go with those three. I just think Murillo has been exceptional for us this season. I don't think he'll win Player of the Year. I think it'll be probably Williams, given the fact Williams won like Player of the Month about three months on the trot. I'd probably go with him, but Murillo's been excellent, and I'll be devastated if he has to go in the summer. I know there's talks saying that because of FFP and what was it, the profit and loss sustainability malarkey, that we might have to let one of our big players go, and if it had to be one, it would probably be him for me. I don't want him to go, but I don't want to lose Gibbs White, who's been a mainstay in our side, big feature in the team for the past couple of seasons. So I think it'd have to be him, but I'd be really sad to see him go because that man has got a massive future ahead of him, a really exciting future ahead of him there. Midfield 2 then, it's a difficult choice. Yates played against Sheffield United alongside Gibbs White. And yeah, for me, it was good. It offered a bit more of a combative player alongside a more of a creative man. So for me, I wouldn't be too against that. I wouldn't be too against having him in there. I know Danilo featured as well in midfield alongside Gibbs White, but for me, I'd probably go with Yates and Gibbs White to offer a little bit more of a sort of a bit of a stability, a little bit of someone in there who's not afraid to get stuck in, not afraid to get himself involved, but then someone like Gibbs White who could take the game by the scruff of the neck and do it himself. And I love Gibbs White so much in these big games where he's not afraid to get the ball, turn, and you always notice with Gibbs White he turns and tries to get on the front foot as quickly as possible, and that's something I love about him. Sometimes players, and I think sometimes it's needed, but they're more likely to maybe turn around and slow it down or whatever. But I just noticed with Gibbs White, he wants to try and get forward, he wants to get shots away, he wants to try and produce attacking actions, and I really like that from Morgan. Yeah, I love him. And then the front three, obviously Callum Hudson-Odoi, incredible against Sheffield United, some lovely goals. He wants to try and do that against his former side as well, and show them what they've done there in letting him go. Chris Wood through the middle for me. I think that's probably a shout. Alanga wasn't great against Sheffield United, unfortunately. He's lost a little bit of confidence of late, so I don't know whether he'll be the man to go there. Again, who else do we have who can play out wide? Giovanni Reina, he's a shout for me. I do like him. I would probably go with Alanga just because I think his pace could be really crucial in this one. But if Nuno's thinking maybe he, is not quite up to the challenge and he's struggling a little bit, then I think Gio Reyna will do just a good enough job as needed. In terms of the scoreline then, I'm going to say 1-0 Forest, 1-0 us. I just have a feeling. 1-0, 2-1. I just have a feeling. And I think we could even, a point would be decent enough, 1 or draw, something like that. Because I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to get this exactly right, but I know that there's permutations where if Luton lose and we draw, then we're safe. If Luton draw and we win, we're safe. I'm pretty sure that if we win, we're safe, regardless of what happens. So that's good. There's a potential that we both win and on the final day we lose, Luton win and do us on goal difference, but I don't know how likely that is to happen. I'm really not sure. Luton have this sort of thing over them, they're Luton Town, they never go away. They've won one in the last 19, so that's a bit of a myth. But look, we've got to focus on us. I think if we do what we need to do, win our game, all's good, all's well. So hopefully Nuno can get the boys inspired, and hopefully we can get a 3 point in the bag that we really, really, really need. I'm really G'd up by the Sheffield United game. I know it's against the worst team in the league, one of the worst teams in Premier League history, but we played really well, and we played really well against Man City as well. Just didn't get anything from it. I talked to I spoke to my friend who supports Chelsea, and I'm like, I think we can get something. I really do, and I'm confident. I'm feeling it. And I'm hoping I'm right. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, smash that like button, subscribe if you are new around it and you haven't already. Let us know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are on the game, who you think is going to win, and all that good stuff. But yeah, feeling good for this one. Hopefully, I'm not let down by the boys. I'm sure they'll give it absolutely everything they've got. City Ground's going to be bouncing off the back of that win, knowing how big this game could be, and also with what's come out about this new stadium malarkey. I really hope it doesn't happen. But what's come out with that, they want to show the City Ground is the place we want to be staying at. So it's going to be lovely. It's going to be amazing. I hope anyone who goes has a great day. And we get the point or the 3 points that we need, depending on the situation. So yeah, thank you for watching. Like I say, if you did enjoy it, smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and come on, you Reds.